The Rodney King/LA riots. Rodney King was on parole for robbery and was involved in a police chase. Four officers beat him brutally for 15 minutes, while several other officers stood by. Rodney King was left with broken bones and teeth, skull fractures, and permanent brain damage. The case was moved from Los Angeles to Simi Valley, a primarily all-white suburb, because the officers were afraid of getting an unfair trial in LA. Despite being charged with excessive force and the beating being caught on camera, the officers were found not guilty. The jury was basically telling people that the video proof wasn't accurate and that the extreme violence was a reasonable expression of police control. Years of economic and social injustices in Los Angeles boiled over. Shops were burnt down, light-skinned motorists were beaten, and National Guard was called in. Years prior of South Los Angeles hardships also made the situation more tense. With unemployment reaching 50%, police harassment of people of color happening frequently, a drug epidemic, an increase in gang activity, and violent crime were all things that contributed to this, as well as the shooting of Latasha Harlins that happened the same month as the verdict being released. This only deepened the community's anger and led to 5 days of riots. Rodney King attempted to de-escalate, asking, "People, I just want to say, can we all get along?" Despite his pleas, 50 people died, and 10 of which were shot by the LAPD. 2,000 were injured, and 6,000 looters and arsonists were arrested. There was a citywide curfew, and people couldn't go to work or school. Afterwards, 2 officers were charged for violating King's civil rights, and Rodney King got a $3.8 million settlement.